sorry for that. Ni mtu amecall, unajua na record na simu, so simu ikipigwa lazima inakata the video kwanza mtu wa pick. So I was at January 2023, I got referred to this girl. She was a Nembu. She was from Embu. Sijui anaitangwa aje. Yeah, nikapewa referral na former colleague at KCB Bank. Kaniambia kuna kuzo yake ya kushago na anatafuta kazi, whether I can consider taking her. And I was like, has she ever raised a baby? Because my big concern inakuanga ni mtoto. Ni kazi zingine naweza jifanyia by the way, but mtoto is usually my big concern. At least MC yuko, are you able to relate well with my baby? Am I assured that my baby is okay? So I was referred to her. She was very young. She was 19 years old or even younger. That was a red flag by the way. Uto tudogo by the way. Hawakuangi serious na job. Anyway, so she came, she reported. She couldn't relate at all with my baby. At all. Mtoto hata alikuwa anamkataa kabisa. Then she had this, hacha nisiambiwe niko nini, but she was not welcoming to the baby. Maina is very choosy. So hawangesikizana. But nilivumiliana yeye. I stayed with her for 1 month and 21 days, I think. And by that time I was like, they are not even related. But then I'm very patient with these girls. I usually take my time before you confront, or I was like, maybe hajai raise, let's do one. But hata hakuwa anaongelesha mtoto. For one, huyu ni mtoto hajajua kuongea. So he needs someone who will engage him. Mtoto atamuongelesha ndo aweze kuongea with time. So tukakaa naye January and mid-Feb. Attitude, she was so young by then. I'm not judging her. She was kind of in her adolescent, but she had her IT. So she was 19, let's say. But very, very young. Maturity level hakukuwa. So my mood swing nini ukimwongelesha, siku ingine, mimi sijui ni swali gani nilimuuliza. Kwambia sikusha nakupea 3 months probation. I don't know. How did that conversation start? I don't know the food she had cooked. And I had told her twice, if unapika unaika mafuta mingi, be careful. But then she knew how to cook. I think Wakikuyu wengi ama people from kwenye tumetoka, that is central. Unajua Waembu ni kama tu Wakikuyu. We grow up cooking. Tuna initiate yangu wa kupika mapema kwetu na wazazi wetu. Like wewe ukishafika class something, mzazi wako anaonanga house girl. So tunajuanga kupika mapema sana. I didn't have an issue with her cooking. She was cooking almost like the way I used to before I got the baby. She was cooking so well. So that one of the things that I retained her, hata kama hakuwa na relate na mtoto. Luckily, hiyo time sikuwa nimeweka biashara wala sikuwa nimerudi job. So I was kinda, each time hawa relate na mtoto, I'll be around to relate with him. At least nimuongeleshe, nimuengage. But nikihitaji kutoka, nilikuwa napata stress. Najua mtoto wangu amekewa tu cartoon, haongeleshwi, akilia, habembelezi na get. So it was an ideal relationship. So that evening, kuna swali nimuuliza about the food after raising the concern 3 times. And she was fucking rude. I told her, do you know I've given you 3 months probation? Ndo tujua ama utaendelea au utakaambia mimi naweza enda. And I was like, what the fuck? What did you just say? And I told her, well, you know you can go. So kesho morning, amka upack, weenda. And that's how my second nanny left. Mid-February. So unaona hiyo nimekaa naye mwezi mmoja na siku kadhaa. So I paid her come end month, nikamlipa hizo siku zake 21 tukamalizana. Now, before I bring in another nanny, I usually take some few weeks to process what just happened. So the remaining days of February, since I didn't have an active engagement back then at niko job ama niko na biashara na run, it was easier for me nishikilie. I could cook, washing na wash na machine, cleaning na clean time mtoto amelala. So it was manageable but by the time a week or 2 inaenda kuisha bila nani, jua nasikianga kama naweza goroka. So come Feb end month, I was like, hey, siwezi survive. I'm trying to be a good wife, but hey, it's hard. So I went back to the, so by that time we had moved to Ruiru, now where we are living currently. So I had joined another Facebook group of Ruiru residents, inaitwa Ruiru Moms, inaitangwa Ruiru Moms. So I posted there and I said, I'm looking for a nanny, someone good with a kid. That's usually my first checking, nikiangalia whether before ni employ mtu, hiyo ndo inakuanga kitu ya kwanza. Are you good with the baby? Hiyo ndo swali ya kwanza. But you see now, hakuna mwenye anaweza kwambia she's not. So I got quite a number of inboxes. Nilipata mingi. Hey, I got so many. Hey, zingine hata traumatic. Kuna huyu madhe nilipata, she had lost her baby, so sahi ako depressed. Kind of was like, nah, not like stereotyping, but are you able to take care of my kid? Like, she looked like mentally disturbed after losing the kid. I was like, hey, siwezi risk, sikutaka, but my heart couldn't accept. I prayed for her to get another job, but I couldn't risk because hujui nini inaweza mrurumuka akiona mtoto unaget. So I got quite a number of inboxes, and one of the ladies was from Meru. Of course, Wamiru wengi zinajua. Kendi, she was called Kendi. Kendi, she inboxed me. She told me, kindly give me the job. And she was so convincing. I told her not by the time that lady from Embu was going, I was like, no, I'm done. Staki mtu young tena, staki nawaita watoto tena, staki mtu below 25. At least the first one, she was actually older than me with 2 years. Back then I was 25 when she came. I think the lady was 27 or 28. So we could relate. Because alikuwa mzee kidogo kunishinda. She was already a mom na get. Then hapo ulete katoto. Of course anasema ashailea, but ana hiyo connection na mtoto. So another thing I do nowadays, I have to employ someone with a kid. At least unajua mtoto with tantrums, unajua kuattend to the kid or something. So I was referred to Kendi. No, I was not referred. Kendi inboxed me from my post on Ruiru Moms group. Akaniambia mimi I'm 25. By that time I was 27. Sahi niko 27. So I was like, an age gap of 2 years. At least you're not mature. Hata kama hana, mimi nikamuuliza, hey, hauna mtoto Kendi? Do you think utaweza kurelate na mtoto? And she was like, yes, takudanganya sina mtoto, lakini I'm sure naweza lea vizuri, nimelea wetu. Hivyo, like the script is usually the same. Ni kama wanakuanga ameenda shule moja or something. So I was like, okay, let me just take a risk with her. Kendi from Meru. Okay, sisi watu wa Mount Kenya, that is Meru, Embu, Kikuyu. Kuna wengine Ambere. Okay, tunakuanga hao, I think Gema, Kikuyu, Embu, Meru, Ambere. Na Kirinyaga. Kirinyaga ni wa Kikuyu, si ndio? Kwa nini hamko kwa hiyo group ya Gema? Gema is usually Kikuyu, Gikuyu. A is for Embu, M is for Meru, A is for Ambere. So Kirinyaga I think ni wa Kikuyu too. Let's assume. I think they are. It's only that they are Kikuyu is Ogomad. But ni wa Kikuyu. So how it inakuanga easier to trust them because mnajua mmerisiwa the same. But then something I've noticed, I don't think they are good house workers. Now I don't think they are good house girls, or they can make good. I don't think they can make good home keepers, home managers. They are not, because tunakuanga kichwa ngumu. So huyo dem, by the way, hakuwa mbaya. She was very good with the kid, but huyo by the hatukukosana. She stayed full of March and some part of April. Yeah, True, actually, I remember. So, actually, ndo nimlete, I was in a rush to get a house girl because that time in March, I had already gotten a job at On Media. So I was like, venye tu house girl wangu ameenda, sasa ndo hii nimeitiwa job nini. So I had to look for a replacement haraka haraka ndo nianze job come March. I think niliingia huko March. So I had to bring in a nanny as fast as I can. That's why ata Kendi I didn't grill her that much. She wasn't bad. It was easier to trust her because she's from the mountain. Kuna kuanga tu na hiyo nini. So, and I was like, then she know how to cook when tunaraisi yangu kwetu. Ama uko kwetu you start cooking as early as umefika class. Mimi kama nilianza kupika nikiwa class 3. Luckily I had my bigger sister, so wazazi wa huko kwetu central. Mimi sijui kama ni kwetu tu but huko kwetu ukisha kama saa hii Shini ndo anapikanga kwetu. Like you're trained as early as get. It's not a bad thing, it's a very good thing because by the time mimi nilikuwa na fika kuolewa, me I knew I was a good cook. I was the perfect cleaner. We make good wife materials, but then to be managed, I don't think they can do well in a house homestead kind of setting as a worker. So nikachukua Kendi tukakaa na yeye. Unaona amekuja hivi. Actually she came on Monday and I reported to work on Tuesday, so I didn't even have time to orient her well. Then another thing, by the way, my nanny here hunifukuzia house girls. How does he do it? He harasses the hell out of them mpaka wana give up. By the way, Kendi mi hatukukosana. Of course, she was not talkative. By the way, I've never gotten a talkative house girl as the first one. Rachel was very talkative, lakini alikuwa na uongo mingi. Rachel alikuwa ananidanganya kama mtoto. Like siku nidanganya ati mambo na job. And real life tu story. Anakuambia kama ashaniambia alibeba mimba 11 months. Then ashaniambia ashaitembea from Kayole to Ruiru. Na sasa hiyo anatembea hata miguu haikai dust. Rachel alikuwa psychomotor but we could really talk. Unaona? So wenye wote nimepata after her, hakujapata mwenye anafikia level yake. They are not opening up at all. And you know you cannot force someone to talk. Rachel, by the way, we could talk. She could undo my hair, do my hair. She was so good. So, and Kendi, we stayed with her from March. Mefika March nimeingia job kwa ofisi. So from March, April. So 1 month and some few weeks into the work, at Anisa nimeingia job, she texted me. Ati, I'm so sorry, Mama Maina, but I am sorry, I'll have to quit my job because tukona mazishi Friday. Unaona kwetu central mazishi haikuangi kama sherehe. By the Rachel alikuwa ameenda mazishi kadhaa huko kwao. Nilikuwa na excuse cause najua huko kwao kwa Waluya mazishi ni kama sherehe ama na huko Western. Hata Waluya najua matanga, mnaweza tanga matanga. So inakuanga kama sherehe but huko kwetu haikuangi hivyo. So I didn't understand why Kendi had to quit. Ati, you'll excuse me, mama, hata hakuniambia mazishi ni ya nani. So it as an excuse. Actually though she had gotten a job somewhere else. Then another thing I regret, you should always screen these people you're bringing into your house. Cause like Kendi, I don't think she has ever worked as a house girl before. I think ni hawa madem who employ kwa shop. You see these informal jobs, but si kama house girl. Unaget, ameemploywa maybe kwa hoteli ama kwa shop kama venye nimeweka msichana wangu kwa shop, unaget. So mtu kama huyu umlete kwa nyumba inakuanga ni hard. So I didn't screen her well enough. So 1 month, few days into my work and her work, she texted me and, I'm sorry Mama Maina, I'll have to go tomorrow because Friday tuko na mazishi. Kwetu hatuhitaji matanga, tuko na mazishi. I was like, I'm not pushing and pulling with you. It's well, you're okay to go. So I told her, nikampea fair, but I told her the rest of the money nitamlipa kama 9 month. Si hata mimi sijalipwa, unaget. So I gave her, I think 1,000, kamwambia weenda hizo zingine takuwekea end month. So luckily unaona ameni inconvenience cause nilimwambia nimeingia job, then ana quit job on a weekdays. I think it was on a Tuesday hapo August April 21st. She told me she'll have to go tomorrow. Luckily my sister Nyambu had just closed her first year. She had just completed her first year in campus KU, so she was living with us. So you see, it was easier for me to transition. Akaweza kunikalia na mtoto wiki. Wanasikizananga but Maina is tough. So venye Kendi alienda, mi naonanga kama ni Maina alimtesa. Maina is very troublesome. Maina ni mtukutu kabisa kabisa, ananifukuzianga house girl. So if you don't have a thick skin, you will not be able to deal with my boy. Atakusumbua. He'll get so hako Kaembu na huyu Wamiru, I think wote walifukuzwa na Maina, hivyo ndo mimi msema. Then Nyambu, by the time I was bringing now the current house girl I have, Nyambu had surrendered. Maina alikuwa amemwonyesha dust. So currently I have another one. I got through a referral. I got through my friend. My friend's house girl referred me to. My friend asked her house girl to give her a referral so ya compare huyu mwenye niko na yeye. Luckily, I think the fact that by the time she was coming, she came in April to May, Nyambu alishikilia. So she came in May. Then May 9, Maina started school when he was 2 years, 1 month old. He started school. So I think it's easier to manage because at least he goes away between 9 to 2. He's away at school. So he cannot drive you that easily, because even for me it's very easy. That's why I'm recording at this time. Juu akitokea shule, this laptop becomes his. This phone that I'm using to record with becomes his. And still atokimwachia hizo hataki nitoke from his side. By the juicy, I tried to go with him to my workplace. Alivunjanisha vitu huko. These customized chandeliers that we make, alivunja. So like he's very very destructive. Anakuanga msumbufu kabisa kabisa kabisa. So I think for her it's easier to manage because Maina is away for over 6 hours. Saa 4, saa 5, saa 6, saa 7. He's away for 5 hours. Akitoka anaoshwa, anakula hiyo afternoon, inaitangwa nini? Anakula, anaoshwa kitu saa 9, anakula, by 5 analala. Akilala ataamka 9 kukula sapa. So unaona hawana hii time mingi ya kurelate. But ile time ameshinda home kama hizi wiki amefunga, you can see him driving her nuts. So I think it's very very hard to deal with my cowboy, especially he age kako. He's throwing tantrums. I call him the king of tantrums. He's very good at throwing tantrums. He's driving me crazy actually. Nimebakisha hivi. But I'm happy because I know he's going to outgrow this face very soon. But for now, I can assure you it's not easy. Me, I'm hanging on a thread like hivi. Mi akinipata hapa kila kitu imesha turn upside down. That's why I want to finish this video. Ni edit haraka haraka ni post before akuje. Yes. Taitisha maji. Imeisha? Sawa. Yeah, so I think that's it so far. Since 2021 January, I've had, like I've said, I've had 4 nannies. I've had Rachel, I've had Virginia. Rachel who stayed from January to December 2022. Then I've had Virginia who stayed from January to mid-February. Rachel was a Mluya, Virginia was a Embu. Then I've had Kendi who's from Meru. She stayed between March and mid-April. I had forgotten. I've had a nanny who stayed for 1 week. Oh my god, by the 2023 yangu hii mwaka venye imenionyesha wacha tu. So there's this nanny. Oh my god, I was actually to draw a conclusion niwaambie mtafute Waluya lakini wacha tu. So there's this nanny. How did it happen? My elder sister was coming to Nairobi via matatu from Naivasha. Then she was seated next to this lady. By that time Kendi had gone. Nyambu was the one kushikilia me, and Nyambu was complaining because yeye unajua ni mtu akaguna njia. Hata anaweza amka hivi aone sija report job, na hii job yenye nilikuwa on phone. I was working from home sometimes because it was a sales and marketing ones. It was a sales and marketing job, so I could work from home sometimes. Nyambu akikaa hivi aone saa 4 imefika sijatoka, anaenda na achiwa mtoto, na unasikia ni mtoto mgani, very demanding. So it was getting to a point that it was even affecting my job. So I had to get another nanny now to replace Nyambu, because Nyambu ni wa kushikilia. She's not a reliable one. So when my elder sis Helen was coming from Naivasha by matatu, she sat next to this lady. This lady was very friendly to her kids, and Helen was interested, so they started talking. So by talking, the lady told her she's very stressed, she's looking for a job, she has never done a house girl job before. She's looking for, then my sis remembered my younger sister is using my younger sister as the house girl since he doesn't have a house girl, so why not connect them? And I was like, I won't just take her, so just take her number, then when you get home I'll give her a call and maybe do a phone interview before I let her come. And I called her. So sis was coming here, then that lady, she was going to her sister in at Limuru. So I called her in the evening and was like, mi hata sikumbuki jina yake by the way huyo dem. Alikaa tu wiki moja. Unaona wengine wote nawakumbuka majina but huyo sikumbuki. Okay. So I interviewed her. Uongo nayo. She lied too much. Akaniambia sijui, ashaifanya kazi, ashailea. So she lied to me that ashaifanya job. Baby, she was crazy. That was a cycle. Akanidanganya and I was like, hey, since ashamuona na akampenda, wacha nimlete. And that week I was very busy. You see here, I'm working a full-time job at on phone. Then it was the same week that I was shooting my music video, the one that you have featured Kadenwa Jose. So hiyo wiki I was jam-packed TV. Actually in that video you can see my elder sister. So hiyo wiki nilikuwa na vitu mingi, niko na matarget siku za on phone, sina house girl. Then no music video na shoot. It was too much. I was going crazy. So hiyo day mimi nikamwambia basi wewe unaweza report. Akareport time hata sisi walikuwa huku. So it was easy. Akatrainiwa vitu na masis because unaona washa interact na ule sis mkubwa. Then huyu mdogo anamtrain before science shughuli zake za kutembea. So it took time. Me hata siku interact na yeye, that's why nakwambia hata sikumbuki jina. Hiyo time my head was my targets, music, there's a business I'm trying to set up. It was too much, So niliachia tu Helen, my elder sister, and Nyambu, my younger sister, one train. Then shipped her to the job after time. So my sister stayed for I think a few days here. Then your day she was a psycho, ananitia nguo chafu. Kumbe kinaenda kusoka hapo nje. So she soaked the clothes for over hiyo week mzima kulikuwa na nguo nje kwa bucket, hafi anashinda kwa TV. Oh my god, come to think of it, out of all the other house girls, huyo by the what was her name, akisikumbuki. She stayed for 1 week and I was like, hey, then she's crazy, she's here telling me, hey, akaanza kubehave weird, and I was like, ebu leta ID. Kuchukua ID, this lady is actually, she had lied to me, she was 23. She's actually 19. Naona watoto mimi nilisema hasta ID na a nanny who's less than 23 years old. So she's 19, sijui nini. hatungerelate. Mimi nikamwambia wewe fanya hivi, sisi wakienda toka tu na wao, endeni venye tu mlikuja. But then she stayed for 1 week, nikamlipa hiyo wiki moja and was like, hey, anamtana. But then nitawapia story ya huyo house girl vizuri come next week ama. For now, I've had those nannies. Overview, naeza sema Waluya si wabaya. Rachel was very nice. After that, I got Virginia, 1 month, few days. After that, I got Kedi, 1 month, few days. After that, I got that crazy one who stayed for 1 week. Then I got the one that I have currently. I think for her, it's very easier for her because Minor is not around full time. I think Kelly would have managed if Minor was not around full time. But then, unlucky for her, she was here when Minor was here throughout. Anyway, that's my story about my nanny. So fun. I think I'll come give you an in-depth story of each of them. But that's an overview for all of them. So, thank you.